In episode 7 of Televised Carnage, Verney will go head-to-head against Scarlett Anne. Verney has welded together some monsters for us, and the first one is Frankenstein. The whiz-bang and gyroscope perks have granted hot start and power slide for this match. Offensively, he is equipped with a mind dropper on both sides, and satellite navigation is going to help his teammates out by allowing him to set aside skid dice to be used at a later point in time. Eureka is an amazing perk that allows this vehicle to choose a weapon that it has not attacked with yet this game, and count as being armed with it in the facing of their choice for the next attack only. His next cobbled together creation is the Monster. Whizbang has granted Hell for Leather for this match. Offensively, he is equipped with a Mine Dropper, Napalm Dropper, and Oil Slick Dropper. Trunk of Junk and his 3 crew is going to allow him to use all 3 during a single attack step. Improvised Sludge Thrower is going to allow him to launch his dropped weapons within a medium range of himself. He has also been equipped with Eureka, and with a handling of 2, those satellite navigation dice are going to become really handy. Now for those dastardly pirates, Scarlett Anne, led by Robert Marley. This bus has been equipped with a new weapon to the channel in the Harpoon. How the Harpoon works is the first uncancelled hit is going to spin the target towards the attacker, and each subsequent hit will then move in a short straight towards it. Boarding Party is going to allow this vehicle's crew to attack when distracted. Rounding out the team are the buggies Greenhorn and Dinghy, each equipped with a front-mounted machine gun. How Capture the Flag works is that a vehicle on each team will be given their flag, and when one vehicle on either team has both flags, they will be declared the winner. With deployment complete, Robert Marley and the Monster have been given their team flags. Kicking it off with Turn 1 Gear Phase 1, each vehicle selects their first movement, before moving on to Turn 1 Gear Phase 2 and all vehicles closing in with each other. During his activation, Robert Marley utilizes his Harpoon. As the chain goes tight, he spins Frankenstein and begins to reel him in. This causes Frankenstein to T-bone Robert Marley and take 2 whole points of damage. During its activation, the Monster utilizes Eureka to equip itself with the Arc Lightning Projector, firing it at Greenhorn before arcing over to Dinghy. This catastrophic blow causes both buggies to take 6 whole points of damage, removing them from play and leaving Robert Marley on his own. As both buggies become wrecks, we move on to Turn 1 Gear Phase 3, and both Verney vehicles chasing down the Scarlett Anne flag bearer. In Turn 1 Gear Phase 4, both teams maintain their flags, and the Monster is the only active vehicle. The action continues in Turn 2 Gear Phase 1, and each vehicle selecting their next movement. I forgot to take a picture here, but Robert Marley moves up, shoots his Harpoon at Frankenstein, and as the chain goes tight, he moves him in a short straight forward. As Frankenstein rounds the corner, he drops a payload of mines in front of Robert Marley, before moving on to Turn 2 Gear Phase 2. During his next activation, Frankenstein drops another payload of mines. Attempting to T-bone Frankenstein, Robert Marley sets off both sets of mines, taking 4 whole points of damage in the process. Its crew then uses all 8 handguns to deal 7 points of damage to Frankenstein. In Turn 2 Gear Phase 3, it's still anyone's game. Taking advantage of his length, Robert Marley T-bones Frankenstein, taking away his last whole point of damage and removing the Verney performance car from the game. After Frankenstein becomes a wreck, we move on to Turn 2 Gear Phase 4, and the Monster finally closing in with the Verney flag bearer. Bringing its improvised sludge thrower into range, the Monster launches mines, napalm, and oil slick all at Robert Marley. This deals 5 whole points of damage and an impressive amount of hazards. This causes Robert Marley to wipe out. In Turn 3 Gear Phase 1, Robert Marley is left trying to outrun the Monster's devastating attacks. Unable to outdistance the improvised sludge thrower, the Monster is once again able to drop all 3 templates on Robert Marley. This deals 6 whole points of damage and leaves the Scarlett Anne team vulnerable. In Turn 3 Gear Phase 2, the Verney team uses audience votes on Carpe Diem to maintain pole position. This allows Monster to move forward and broadside the Scarlett Anne flag bearer, taking away its final whole point and sending it to Davy Jones's locker. When it becomes a wreck, Robert Marley drops his flag within reach of the Monster. With their respawn point too far away, I'm giving this match to Team Verney. Congratulations on your victory. Your monstrous creations were able to outmatch Scarlett Anne's scurvy pirates. That's it for episode 7 of Televised Carnage. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe for future episodes of Televised Carnage.